welcoming Thy will be done. The theme song of surrender is Thy will be done. This statement can be analyzed from a couple different angles depending on your understanding of how this universe works. From a duality point of view, Thy will be done is an offering of submission and servitude. There is a little you and a big God, and you agree to do whatever God tells you to do, whether you want to do it or not. From the view of oneness, the second way to interpret this line involves a deeper, more esoteric meaning. In this case, Thy will be done isn't so much an intention to surrender as a declaration of fact and an assertion of the unity of all creation. Thy will be done means that even if I try really hard not to do God's will, His will is nevertheless always done, in spite of my intentions. In this view, even your trying hard not to do God's will would still be God's will.
My child, thou too art in heaven, hallowed be all names. My kingdom has come. My will is always done on earth as it is in heaven.
Surrendering into a higher understanding of the omnipotence of God's will takes the immense burden of personal responsibility off your shoulders. This unburdening is like someone who has spent his entire life frantically trying to keep his heart beating, who then finds out that it would have kept beating perfectly well even if he had focused his efforts on more important matters. If you look at those who have achieved great spiritual accomplishments in this world, most had significant hardships to bear. Still, they continued on their journey with a feeling of Thy will be done. St. Francis was a great healer, yet was often ill himself. St. Paul was despised by Orthodox religious authorities who spoke against him and even had him put in prison. Yet Paul played a significant role in spreading Christianity as a world religion. As Jesus said in Luke 6:26, "Woe to you when all men speak well of you." In this quote, Jesus is acknowledging the often necessary place of outer hardships in the process of spiritual evolution. Therefore, as you grow spiritually, instead of trying to eliminate all discomforts or striving to please all the people who may not understand you or who want to limit your growth, you can look up to the unknowable divine nature and let go, saying, Thy will be done. How to be optimistic. To be optimistic, just look for the good in everything. Be like the folks who write those movie ads. A critic will write something like, "This movie is a magnificent piece of garbage," and you know that some clever advertiser will have a photo from the movie next to the quote, "A magnificent piece," from that critic. Now, obviously, I'm not suggesting that you be deceptive in any way with yourself or others. The trick is to see every situation in both a realistic light and a positive light at the same time. Here are some efforts that can help you be a happier person. 1. Hope for the best. 2. Shoot for the best. 3. Expect the best. 4. Be perfectly content with whatever comes.